your Norcast weather update. Brought to you by Orbit Energy, your whole home solutions provider. We're ready to make your dream home a reality. Call 1-800-836-3987 or visit orbitenergy.us for more info.
Well, boy, do I ever have good news for you all. It is going to be a lovely weekend. We are already off to a nice start. The winds are going to be backing down finally. It's still going to be a breezy day. Don't get me wrong. It's not going to be, totally calm and perfect, but it's going to be better. We take baby steps in the right direction and we set ourselves up for a very tranquil and enjoyable weekend. Good morning, Viales from Atlantic City. Good morning, Renee and Amanda and Grace. Yes, it's Friday. It's funny. I've said this before. 13 years I've been doing this, and 13 years I've worked every single day, regardless of holiday. And even when I'm sick, I try to, muddle through it. But since I've been taking weekends off since Bobby Clark came on board, I can say that on Friday at 5 o'clock, I'm done. And I don't really look at anything unless there's storminess, then we can do team coverage, but I don't look at anything until 5 o'clock on Monday morning. And I've never had that feeling before. I used to work in retail. I was a store manager for ShopRite. And good luck trying to get a weekend off. So this is a completely new experience for me. It's nice. It is very nice. I can actually go places. But I will always be here for you if there's any kind of big weather news that we have to go over. So don't worry about that. We will have you covered. Looking a bit like a professor today. Well, thank you, Teresa. I will take that as a compliment. Good morning, Donna and Isabella. Good morning, Car and Kim. Mildred is here. Donna is here. Good morning, Teresa and Taisha and Diane and James and Donald. Appreciate you all being here. What are you guys doing this weekend? Have any big plans? Any secret places you're going that I don't know about? I'm always looking for something to do on the weekend. Good morning, Andrea. Thank you, Charlene. Hey, look how cold it was overnight. I mean, this is why the frost warning was in effect. These are your actual overnight lows. We got down into the 20s. I just got a text from my buddy who lives in Buna. His low was 28, 27 down in Vineland, 33 in Sicklerville, 29 up in Red Lion, 30 in Hamilton, 26 in Hopewell Township. Clearly warmer with that oceanic influence along the beaches, upper 30s or lower 40s. So we weren't worried about frosty conditions along the parkway. It was points west that those concerns came into view here. And around the Philadelphia metro area, right around 40. So you kind of get that urban heat island effect. Of course, northwesters, look at that, Walpack, 22 degrees. Oy. All right, it's the 29th of April already. May comes in over the weekend. Can you believe it? It's National Zipper Day. It is National Shrimp Scampi Day. I'm good with shrimp scampi. It's National Peace Rose Day. It is National Arbor Day, International Dance Day, and it is Candace Owens' birthday. That's somebody I actually know. We talked about me not knowing anything about pop culture. Well, I guess, I don't know. She's not really pop culture per se, but I know who that is at least. So that's good. Now let's take a look at actual holidays that most of us observe. We got 6 days until Cinco de Mayo. Obviously, May comes in on Sunday. It's a shame that Cinco de Mayo is not on a Tuesday because we don't have any Taco Tuesdays going on with the big holiday. I think maybe was it last year or the year before where it all came together just right. 10 days until Mother's Day, and we've got 30 days officially at that month mark until Memorial Day. Hopefully we can change this weather pattern around a little bit so we can get warmer in anticipation for the unofficial start of the summer season. Right now down in Cape May in front of the Montreal Resort, we don't have anybody on the beach, but the ocean is less angry than yesterday because the winds aren't as rough. I mean, just a couple days ago, we had the bay crashing over the bulkhead here in Fortescue on the Delaware Bay. A calmer look to things there as well. Definitely calmer out over the Great Egg Harbor River in Mays Landing, right in front of the Inn at Sugar Hill. Right now we got winds out of the northwest at about 8 miles an hour. A dew point of 17. Kids, if you're paying attention. Now, don't tell your parents I told you this, but if you want to play a prank on them, if you want to play a prank on your brother or sister, make sure you're wearing your socks. I have socks on today, and I have a carpet under me. And you run real quick across the floor or across the carpet, and then just touch them and zap them. The static electricity is real in conditions like this. We got a 37-degree air temperature with partly to mostly sunny skies out there. Clearly no precipitation falling when you have the sky so bright and beautiful. I know now the parents are looking at me like, oh great, you just told my kid something, and well, please forgive me. It's all in good fun. Just don't touch a door handle. That sucker hurts. 9-mile-an-hour winds in Marlton. 7 in Trenton, 5 in Norristown, 4 in Westchester, 10 in the courthouse, and 11 in Atlantic City. A far cry from where we've been. Now, it's not going to stay this calm all day. We will watch the winds get elevated a bit, but we're probably not looking at those 35 or 40-mile-an-hour gusts, so enjoy it. Down to the south and west, that is where all the warmer weather is. Nashville coming in at 60, 59 in St. Louis. A little chillier up in Chicago at 50. But it's us that's hanging on to the colder temperatures. Like I showed you, getting down into the 20s overnight through some of the Pine Barrens and north and west of Philadelphia. But we are doing a number on those temperatures right now, starting to climb up. 38 in Doylestown, 39 in Trenton, 42 in Philadelphia, 42 in Deptford, 39 in Hamilton. We get a little bit colder as we go through the Pine Barrens. It was right in here just a couple hours ago we were in the 20s. 37 right now in Mays Landing, 37 in Dennisville, down to Stone Harbor at 42, and 43 in Barnegat, 39 in Asbury Park. So you might have to, put those layers on heading out the door first thing this morning, but you'll be able to delayer as we go into the afternoon. Now, let's look at our dew point. Now, the dew point is a measure of moisture in the atmosphere. The lower that number is, the drier the air is, right? So your relative humidity, I'll show you that in just a second, is always a little higher in the morning because your air temperature is closer to the dew point, okay? As we go into the day, these numbers stay relatively consistent and your actual air temperature goes up, so your relative humidity goes down. And that all factors into frost and freezes. And then in the warmer months, in the summer, we really pay attention to the dew point when we're in the upper 60s and 70s. So remember this when we are standing here talking about excessive heat warnings in effect with dew points in the 70s and real field numbers in the hundreds. This is refreshing. We got an 18-degree dew point in Lancaster, 18 in Dover, same thing in Rehoboth, 17 through the Pine Barrens of South Jersey, 15, the lowest I see in the media area. So your relative humidity is at 28% in Glassboro, 37 in Marlton, 43 in the courthouse. I'm just showing you this because we have that fire weather warning in effect. I'm just trying to give you an idea of just how dry the air is. As a general rule of thumb, dew point is much better representative of what's going on than relative humidity, especially in the summer. So you'll never really see me talk about relative humidity because it's kind of misleading. In the summer, when you got a high temperature of 90 and it says relative humidity at 40%, that's still a lot, because don't forget that the warmer the air is, the more moisture it can hold. So the colder the air is, the less moisture it can hold. So your relative humidity, it's not very accurate at depicting what's going on. So yes, fire weather warning or red flag warning, it's one and the same. I use fire weather warning because there's no red flag watch. It's a fire weather watch. I don't know why they do this, but that's the government for you. But this is in effect across the entire region. It doesn't mean that there's a fire in your backyard or it's going to be raining fire or anything like that. It just means that with the dead leaves and the brush, the dry, what's it called? In the forest. I'm losing my train of thought here. But anyway, all that brush stuff, it's dry. We don't have any rain. We have the sun beating down. We have the winds that are gusting over 20 miles an hour. If a fire starts, it rapidly spreads. So that is why the warning is in effect. So please be careful working with those open flames. So out the door today, partly to mostly sunny. We start off in the upper 30s, but by 10 o'clock already around 50 degrees. So it is going to turn into a really nice day out there. Doppler radar shows you nothing going on here at home. We'll zoom out to the Virginias. Actually, West Virginia has a few light rain showers at this morning. In the higher elevated neighborhoods, you got the wintry mix. Zooming out a little bit more, showers and thunderstorms, even some severe weather possible through the Great Plains, right through Tornado Alley. Wouldn't be shocked if there were some tornadoes out there. Month to date, we picked up about 4 inches of rain for April. I'm not expecting any more to close out the month. And this puts us at about 1.5 inches above normal for the entire year. Now, granted, we are 5 months into the year already. This is not a significant number. We picked up just shy of 16 inches of rain for the year. And this is why we had that level 1 drought for a few weeks. We were below average. We had, a total of 2.5, 3 feet of snow for the entirety of the season, well, through extreme South Jersey. But that doesn't equate to a whole lot of precipitation. That's only 2.5, 3 inches of actual liquid. So we haven't had any huge storms, and I don't see that changing anytime soon. There will be a few opportunities of rain next week, though. So we're still breezy today, northwest gusts at 15 to 25. A really nice weekend. I mean, definitely take advantage of it. I play kickball on Sundays. I am totally looking forward to Sunday. It is going to be beautiful out there. So we're gradually warmer. I'm thinking lower 60s today, upper 60s tomorrow, 70 or better by Sunday. And then we turn unsettled with that parade of storms. Now, that doesn't mean every day is going to be a washout, but we will throw in that chance of scattered showers, even some thunder boomers. I'm not really looking at a severe weather situation either. Let's go up about 18,000 feet in the atmosphere and look at the 500 millibar pattern. And anywhere you see the Barney colors, I call them, the purple and the blue, this is where your colder air is, and this is where your jet stream is, okay? So jet stream is going to be pushing up into our area, even past our area. This is why we're going to see our temperatures respond in a very positive direction. This is going to continue into early next week. So you got warm air where it's orange and the cold air up to the northeast and out across the Pacific Northwest. Eventually, the ridge will be breaking down and we'll get these upper level lows to come through, but nothing significant. But still, I believe we are going to still see a couple days here or there with temperatures in the 50s. So not quite done yet, but I have hope for you. In fact, hold on. Let me go over here and show you something because I was supposed to show this to you back when I was at the desk. Let me pull this up real quick because this is very important. All right, so let's go over to the North Atlantic Oscillation. Now, this is an indice that we look at because it's important. North Atlantic Oscillation kind of dictates the damming of cold air into the Northeast and Mid-Atlantic. Look at that black line, okay? It's all over the place. Look at 0. 0 is neutral. When the line is above that, you don't get any blocking and the cold air is limited. Most of the winter season, we stayed either neutral or way above. So that's why we had a lot of warmth in the winter season. Recently, though, as we went into late April, that line is well below 0. Now, it does look like, you see those red squirrely lines? Those are the actual forecasts. It does look like we pop back up above. So that would be wonderful, and I think we are heading in that direction for sure. But yeah, that's what's coming our way, and that is positive news for us. But until then, things could get a little active again with several opportunities of showers. It doesn't look like any nor'easters or any big organized wet weather systems coming our way, but we could very well be looking at the chance of cooler and potentially wetter weather. This is 6 to 10 days out. Cool air's trying to press down into our area. This brings us into the first week and a half of May, and you still got that chilly air trying to push down, and the warmth is really limited across Texas and the Gulf states. We will climb out of it. I promise you that. But what is concerning, and I'm just going to talk off the cuff here for a second, and this is just my observation, when you have years like this where that NAO is trying to go negative so often, if that continues into the summer, we're not looking at a cold summer per se, but we could be in store for a cooler than normal summer, which we'll take. That's wonderful. But there's a catch-22 because it increases the chance of tropical storms and hurricanes here in our neck of the woods. Why is that? Well, think of it like a winter storm. We want the NAO to be negative, so we hug those storms closer to the coast if you're a snow lover, right? Well, hurricanes and tropical systems writ large are low pressure systems, storms that generally come up from the south. You put that same pattern in motion through the hurricane season, and then yes, you are looking at those storms coming closer to our area and a greater chance that they hug the coast, or even if they're coming from out in the middle of the ocean, could continue towards our neck of the woods. So, I mean, we're way off in the distance, but we are looking at a La Nina for the third season in a row. That is why our forecast is for above average tropical activity. You line up the upper air pattern just the right way, or I guess I should say the wrong way. And yeah, it's something that we need to be concerned about. We don't want to run around like Chicken Little, but we want to be educated and aware of what could happen later in the season, into August and September. Anyway, Futurecast satellite and radar, bringing it here home for today. Partly to mostly sunny skies right into the day tomorrow. We are absolutely fine. I mean, it's going to be beautiful. Sunday starts off really nice. I think the afternoon is good, but then in the evening hours, we have clouds that are going to be moving in, maybe a few light showers later in the day, but nothing that's going to stop you from being out there and enjoying your day. I think late Sunday into early Monday is when we have our first opportunity of some scattered showers. So for today, 2, 3, 4 o'clock, getting into the lower 60s, partly to mostly sunny. Winds will start to pick up out of the northwest, roughly 15 miles an hour, occasionally gusting over that, but we are not looking at those 35 or 40 mile an hour gusts. Today in Ocean City, 63, Brigantine at 60, Egg Harbor Township at 64. A very uniform air mass because we have that northwest wind, which is the land breeze. Rehoboth Beach, Delaware at 63, a little farther up the North Jersey coastline. Seaside Park at 59, 58, Asbury Park, and Ship Bottom at 60 degrees this afternoon. So it's going to be a pretty nice looking day, but here are those potential gusts. 20, 25 miles an hour, backing off more tomorrow. We back down into the 30s tonight. I think there could be some patchy frost possible again. And then tomorrow, 65, and look at the sustained winds. No longer 15 to 20, instead under 10 miles an hour. So it is going to be a really, really nice day. All right, let me talk about solar here for a second, because these numbers are eye-popping, and it really puts into perspective what can be done with the power of the sun, the power of wind, and we need to make more advancements in hydro energy and all that kind of stuff. But megawatts per hour, 23,000 today, 27,000 tomorrow. This can power millions of homes. It's just incredible. We went solar last fall. I had to make the decision, had to. Our first summer here with the pool running and all this kind of stuff, my studio, $600. So we actually got contacted by Orbit. Great company to work with, by the way. And this month is the first month we didn't have a bill. So I'm looking forward to the longer days, more sunshine out there. And you get a big government tax credit, like $15,000 over the span of a couple years. I would definitely recommend it. So reach out to Orbit if you are interested in that. 67, skies become cloudy later in the day on Sunday. Again, the first part of the day is great. 68 on Monday. We climb into the 70s for a few days, but it looks like the 50s are still, like I said earlier, stubborn. They don't want to go anywhere. 50 on Friday, and then we are at or slightly below average going into Saturday, Sunday of next week. But a 10-day forecast, obviously, you take with a small grain of salt. There will obviously be changes. So that's that, guys. Enjoy your weekend. I really hope you get time to relax, sit back, kick your feet up, whatever you have planned. I hope you enjoy yourselves. Mother Nature is going to cooperate in the right direction. And don't forget, even though I'm off, meteorologist Bobby Clark comes in at 11 o'clock and he'll carry you through the weekend. You can always go to nor'easternick.com or norcast.tv. Both will get you to the same place. It's a great tool to use. And if you are looking to advertise, if you're a local business, it is a great option for you. We will leave you with the WeatherCam Network overlooking Fortescue and the Delaware Bay. We have some people out there fishing already on this already calmer day. Have yourselves a wonderful afternoon, everybody, and I'll see you all Monday morning bright and early.